Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I will be sharing on how to be more confident, because I feel like a lot of us, as time passes, our light just keeps getting dimmed down by other people, by ourselves, by society, everything. So let's just get started. The first thing that can help you a lot is knowing the reason why. Why do you want to be more confident? For me, it was because I feel like I keep losing in life if I'm just like in my shell, in my bubble, not wanting to try new things, just being sad about missing out in life, a career, friends, and a lot of other things. And I don't want to live like that. That's why I decided I need to change. I know we are good as ourselves, we are good as is, but like sometimes our as is not very good. Trust me, like if I stayed that way, none of my life right now would have happened. I would still just be in bed, sad, and just missing out and have no friends. Confidence to me is not about being cocky. It's not about feeling better than everybody else. It's more about knowing that you can reach here, this level, when you're right now here. And we all need that boost of like confidence or like slash faith. It's more about like hope, faith, and knowing our own ability and believing in ourselves, so that we take each step with like I don't know the word, like assurance, something like that, where you kind of feel 100% sure that you are going to make it. We all need to feel like we're going to make it, because we will. I grew up really shy. I don't want to talk to people. I get anxious sometimes, even when I'm talking to a cashier or people, like strangers in general. But I told myself I will change because I want to be successful. Successful people have to talk to other people. You can't be successful alone. It's very difficult to do. So I decided to change and learn how to communicate, learn how to handle people well, and I feel like that has brought me places that I can't imagine being in right now. I grew up very shy, and all my friends now kind of like told me, wow, you are so different than like years ago. That's crazy, than a decade ago, because you used to be like really shy, don't even want to talk when you meet other people from the same school, and now look at you, just like talking to everybody. And I was like, wow, that is so true. Personally, my confidence grew in tiny chunks, so every time I do something well, it gives me a boost of confidence. Every time I prove myself when I can do something, when I set my mind to it, then now I feel invincible. I feel like I can do anything and almost everything. At the end of the day, people only care about themselves, their close friends and family. So, I mean, you can kind of practice on strangers once in a while because they don't care. And sometimes, best case scenario, you make a friend. I, for example, was reading a book on the plane where like about how to make friends, something like that, and I was like, okay, one of the chapters says talk to a stranger, and I was on a plane and I was like, let me just try this once, like what's the worst that can happen, like maybe this person will ignore me, but then like yeah, it would be an awkward 12-hour flight to Paris, but it's okay, I guess I can try. I mean, it's better to, like, the opportunity is right there. When else am I gonna get a stranger that is stuck to next to me for like hours? So I started that. The next thing we know, I started the conversation by saying like, wow, do you speak French? After asking a few basic questions, I was like pulling out my journal and I asked her, because I saw in her backpack, like tucked somewhere, there's a journal looking thing. So I was like, oh, do you journal by any chance? Because I am like writing my journal right now, and do you want some journal prompts? I can give you some that are really good for me. And so she was like, wow, what the heck, how can you guess that? Because like I do write journal actually. And we just like exchanged journals for a little bit, and it's very crazy. And then after talking about our journals, we somehow exchanged our dreams, telling each other our big dreams. And she told me after going to LA, it kind of confirms to her she wants to be an actress. And I was like, wow, that is crazy, because I want to work in movies as well. It kind of reminds me of Nana, because two girls met on a train and they were stuck because of snow for hours. Meanwhile, me and this girl were stuck together for hours because we are on our flight to Paris. She had just returned after an amazing trip in LA, and I am going to Paris to do my dream job in movies. After that, we decided to keep in contact, and after work, once a week or twice a week, she and I would meet in the train station, and she would tour me around Eiffel Tower and other places. And most of the time, though, we would just be making wishes in the river because we were tired after work. We don't really want to walk too far, and we made a lot of wishes together. Out of nowhere, there came 9 swans, and we said, like, how crazy is that? Our total wishes were 9. And I do believe that a lot of things will happen once you kind of say it out loud in front of the right people and the right energy, because I know sometimes when you say things and people in the room are not happy for you, it can kind of backfire on you. So when the feeling is right and when you know it's somebody that you can trust, it's good to make wishes together. I would say talking to somebody and reassuring your wishes and goals and dreams can also boost your confidence, because to a lot of people, what you dream of is very cool. Not a lot of people have dreams, so once you meet people who have similar dreams or just have dreams in general, they think it's a very amazing thing. And I know that a lot of us, whenever we have bigger dreams, a lot of people in your life will tell you, like, oh, you can't do that, you're too small, like, you're so blah blah blah, a lot of other things. I've definitely heard this my entire life until I started proving them wrong. And I did not need to prove to anybody, because I don't really care necessarily, but it's a good motivation. When you need it, you can always pull it out and just say, like, when you're petty, like, I will just do this to prove you wrong. And I know it's not necessary, because at the end of the day, people don't really care about us that much, but we care about us, and you have to do it for yourself, because this is your life. You have only this one. It better be very nice. Confidence is knowing when to speak up for yourself and when to just shut up, because a lot of the time, a lot of things don't need to be addressed. Like, you don't have to prove to anybody anything, because you know deep down who you are, you know what your intentions, and some people are just arguing or pointing out flaws just to argue, and you are better than that. So now let's get better together, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.